I'm guessing that not every business owner pops out of bed at 100% ready to gear up and hit the field in their businesses every single day. I mean, I know I don't. So what do you do on those days? Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Mike Sutton with BeBuildHave.com, and I work with first generation business leaders who are getting burned out on all the doing in their business and are ready to just start being happy and successful. And today I'm going to look at, what happens on those days when you wake up and you just don't feel like you can do it. You don't feel like it. Maybe you're struggling to get some of the results that you want. Maybe you're struggling with a little bit of depression or low self-esteem or self-doubt, or am I really on the right path, or can I really solve this problem? And those kinds of feelings are bound to come up. Now, if this is a chronic thing, you're just facing this day after day after day, then you got to talk to somebody who can help you work through it, a mentor, a coach, a therapist, maybe even, to really get your mind right and get you back in your business. But even though those people who are mostly on the right track will still wake up from time to time and have those rough spots, have those down days where they don't really feel like going after it. And just like in a workout, when you're pushing yourself hard and your mind starts feeling the pain and telling you that it's time to quit, in your business, that first signal to quit isn't necessarily the one you want to listen to, but how do you push through when you start to experience that? So I'm going to give you some tips today. The first thing is to recognize that it is normal and you can manage those emotions. So if you can allow yourself to accept that you feel that way, recognize it for what it is, it's temporary, it's a reaction to something that's not necessarily the problem right in front of you, and show yourself some compassion in dealing with it, then that might help you set it aside enough that you can continue to move forward. I think it's also important to refocus on what is the bigger goal. You might not feel like working today, but you've got some place that you want to be and that you want your business to be 3 months from now, a year from now, 3 to 5 years from now. Refocus on where it is that you're headed in the big picture and take the focus off of that short-term struggle. I think it can also be valuable to kind of take almost a good enough mentality. You don't have to be 100% every day. You're not trying to solve the entire problem in your business or get to that final end result in one effort. And so whatever you do today, if it's a step that helps you move forward, it can be good enough. And it's kind of like in running, just that idea, you just have to take one more step. You don't have to win the race today, but you have to stay in it. And on some days, hanging in there has to be good enough. Now, certainly there are times when you do need a break, you do need to rejuvenate. So like I said at the beginning, if this is kind of a chronic thing and you're just really overworking yourself, allow yourself to take some breaks. But what I'm talking about is when you feel like things overall are going well, and then you just get smacked in the face with that day that you don't feel like working. These are some strategies to help you to get through that. But if it comes down to it's time to take a day off, then feel good about giving yourself the day off. You've probably earned it. And then finally, my last tip, which was actually my first tip, is know when to ask for help. Maybe it's time to reach out to a mentor. Maybe it's time to reach out to a coach. Pro athletes have coaches. Beginner athletes have coaches. Coaches are who help us learn what we should be doing when we don't know, when we can't have that perspective to see from the outside. A coach is a great way to get that perspective. I've got a coach. Most of the coaches I know have coaches. And if you're trying to get successful in your business and fight through some of these things, a coach might be exactly what you need. So I hope you got value from today's message. If you enjoyed the show today, please consider sharing it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter. It's the only way to help the show grow. And until we speak again, be the person, build the business, and have the successful life that you want.